A muscle-building obsession in boys.
By the time boys are 8 or 10, they're steeped in Marvel action heroes with bulging, oversized muscles and rock-hard abs. By adolescence, they're deluged with social media streams of bulked-up male bodies. The underlying messages about power and worth prompt many boys to worry and wonder about how to measure up. Sometimes, negative thoughts and concerns even interfere with daily life, a mental health issue known body dysmorphic disorder, or body dysmorphia.
The most common form of this in boys is muscle dysmorphia. What is muscle dysmorphia? Muscle dysmorphia is marked by preoccupation with a muscular and lean physique. While the more extreme behaviors that define this disorder appear only in a small percentage of boys and young men, it may color the mindset of many more. Nearly a quarter of boys and young men engage in some type of muscle-building behaviors. About 60% of young boys in the United States mention changing their diet to become more muscular, says Dr. Gabriela Vargas, director of the Young Men's Health website at Boston Children's Hospital. While that may not meet the diagnostic criteria of muscle dysmorphia disorder, it's impacting a lot of young men. There's a social norm that equates muscularity with masculinity, Dr. Vargas adds. Even Halloween costumes for 4- and 5-year-old boys now have padding for six-pack abs. There's constant messaging that this is what their bodies should look like. Does body dysmorphic disorder differ in boys and girls? Long believed to be the domain of girls, body dysmorphia can take the form of eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia. Technically, muscle dysmorphia is not an eating disorder. But it is far more pervasive in males and insidious.
The common notion is that body dysmorphia just affects girls and isn't a male issue, Dr. Vargas says. Because of that, these unhealthy behaviors in boys often go overlooked.
What are the signs of body dysmorphia in boys?
Parents may have a tough time discerning whether their son is merely being a teen or veering into dangerous territory. Dr. Vargas advises parents to look for these red flags. Marked change in physical routines, such as going from working out once a day to spending hours working out every day.
Following regimented workouts or meals, including limiting the foods they're eating or concentrating heavily on high-protein options.
Disrupting normal activities, such as spending time with friends, to work out instead.
Obsessively taking photos of their muscles or abdomen to track improvement. Weighing himself multiple times a day.
Dressing to highlight a more muscular physique, or wearing baggier clothes to hide their physique because they don't think it's good enough. Nearly everyone has been on a diet, Dr. Vargas says. The difference with this is persistence. They don't just try it for a week and then decide it's not for them. These boys are doing this for weeks to months, and they're not flexible in changing their behaviors.
What are the health dangers of muscle dysmorphia in boys?
Extreme behaviors can pose physical and mental health risks. For example, unregulated protein powders and supplements boys turn to in hopes of quickly bulking up muscles may be adulterated with stimulants or even anabolic steroids. With that comes an increased risk of stroke, heart palpitations, high blood pressure, and liver injury, notes Dr. Vargas. Some boys also attempt to gain muscle through a bulk and cut regimen, with periods of rapid weight gain followed by periods of extreme calorie limitation. This can affect long-term muscle and bone development and lead to irregular heartbeat and lower testosterone levels.
A muscle-building obsession in boys.